Now that we have obtained up, the castle is our oyster. Except for these guys. Fuck these guys. Skeleton! Skeleton, please! Don't give up, skeleton. Alright, so I guess we just immediately go over to the right, though, and see what's over there. Though, I do want to take a quick stop over at the save point, which is on the way anyway, so good, perfect. God, just so many of those witches that I just don't even. It's too many witches. And back this way, hello disc armor. Goodbye disc armor. Alright. Okay, that was one thing I wanted to test. You can only up when you're on the ground. It's the only time you can perform the up technique. For a heart up. Good. The only thing that I pick up and I'm just like, you could have been anything else. You could have been furniture and I would have been happy. This is a very awkward technique. Hammer, hammer. Lord, please. Opens doors marked with a skull. We have obtained our first actual. What would I do without the fucking Sacred Fist? Not find the game easy, probably. That's for one. Yeah, let's try a, haven't used any of the other Sacred Fists in a while. Yeah, there we go. Change it up a little bit. Also, because that yell on the Wind Fist is actually starting to grate on me a little bit. It's like, why are you such a good ability with only one sound clip? Alright, we have to collect map squares. The world is in fact our oyster now. Let's just be done with this area. Okay, let's head back over to the clock tower. Let's get that one map square all the way down there. Yes, I am actually going to do that. And then we'll come back down here, switch over to Castle Castle B, grab the couple of map squares that we have since discovered all around here, and then maybe progress up to the left. Yeah, it's gonna be really annoying once I find out that there are actually hidden walls. I think that is the one thing that will keep me from getting map square completion 100%, is when we find out that, oh no, there's been like 3 hidden rooms the entire game, and you've missed all of them. And it's like, well, I don't care to travel throughout the entire castle again. We'll turn into a chufty boy though. One of the few times I think I've ever said, yo, this Castlevania game actually needs a bit better fast travel. It really just doesn't. It doesn't have a fast travel. If you want to go from one corner of the castle to the other, you actually straight up have to walk. Which is just weird. Like, that doesn't happen often. At least in the 2D Metrovania. Did I take a wrong turn? I did. Gotta use my up whenever I can. So long! Oh, that one got me. Oh right, this room. Also, yeah, like, the ups in other Castlevania games were generally really good because they just let you ignore entire rooms. What's down here? Oh, right, the Fleeman room. Wow, harpies are tanky. Oh, actually, yeah, that's right. We can just hop over to the other zone and take the actual only warp in the game. Save us some time. Probably should check in at this save point, though, so we don't die. I don't remember the petrifying Medusa heads, so that could just be my very poor memory. I feel like enemies might be changing. Also, I'm not really sure where, what putting in that waterway key opened up. It said water drain somewhere, but I actually don't remember running into any places where water was stopping me. Oh, okay, yeah, that would actually make sense. Somebody in the chat points out, I think it drained the water from the area where death was. Which, yeah, okay. That explains why I never saw the water. I've already completed this this challenge segment, so I'm trying not to kill myself. I'm just going down for the map square that I could have probably gotten before. Oh my god, these enemies. Gotta find that summoning book. Wait, what? Haha! Oh! Yes, this is decorating Castlevania. Also, good, yes. This backtracking was entirely worth it. And actually necessary. I think you need all the relics for the good ending. I think I need to loop around though now. Alright, so that's that map square. Let's head back up through the tower. And go over to the Skyway. And then we can take the teleporter there back over to Castle B. In the lower area. And start exploring from there. And I have to somehow figure out how to make a note of where all the skull doors are. There's this one on the elevator, right in the dead center here. There's the one over on the left here. There's the one that connects these two areas here, below this save point in the middle, and that's why you can never... Like, it was annoying to move around the game. Oh, that means we can go to the entrance hall in Castle B now. Dark World Castle. I hate this room. I hate any really long vertical rooms in these games. Though we do have a way of dealing with that, like, yeah, and then that happens, so. Juiced, please. Juiced. I know you have it in you. Thank you. Yes, this is the second GBA game. Surprisingly some good systems in it, just overall design is a bit wanting. I've never actually, you know, it's been stated before, never played this one all the way through. One of the you, I haven't. I've beaten Arya. I've played Portrait and Alicia all the way through. Dawn lost me at some point. Like, I was playing it, and then I think it got too grindy for me. It was like, hey, I want to upgrade this weapon. Okay, well, you need the soul to upgrade the weapon. Alright, I guess I'll go grind the soul, and then it would take too long, and I would get pissed off and stop playing. Yeah, I look forward to the Sorrow games, streaming those, because I will probably do a gimmick of, like, when I get a new soul, I have to switch to it. That way I am constantly switching my souls. Though, we may take a detour. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Because by starting with Circle, I have straight up skipped Symphony. So I think I may take a detour after the GBA games into Symphony. Yeah, okay, good. This should warp me to the B-side lower caverns. Perfect. Barely any backtracking. Well, I air quotes skipped one of the best games in the series because I was never intending to play them all. I started out, I just picked up Circle of the Moon and streamed that because I was like, I played this game a shit ton as a kid, so let's stream it. And then I was like, you know what? I could go for streaming all of them. Yeah, that's still something I'm contemplating. Contemplating is that the 3D games, like how I want to handle those. Because I also have to obtain Lament and Other One. I don't own those. Oh, is it the front gates that you have to kneel? Because I found this. Kneel before the round gate to be taken to a different place. Lords of Shadow is okay. I'm not doing the fighting game. If I do actually move into the 3D ones, not doing the fighting game. Just that game can rot in hell. Castlevania 64 is another possibility. Mainly because it falls into the category of game I owned and played a shit ton of. The Dark Secret is Castlevania 64 was the first Castlevania game I played. Can I do this without having to do it? Okay, good. Oh! Yeah, I never even picked up the second Lords of Shadow. Wait. Oh, okay. I have two versions of thing now. I thought the walk armor was going to be the increases defense mattering on map completion armor. Harmony of Despair is definitely one that I will stream. I'll see about like getting people for it, but it's a hard one to get people for. And like I have some fond memories of Harmony of Despair when that first came out. Pretty much a lot of people in Let's Play fell into Harmony really bad, and we played it for hours. I actually have a super well leveled Jonathan in that, because it's fucking Jonathan. Jonathan is one of my favorite Castlevania characters. Also because you put on the Japanese voices and use the wrecking ball, and he yells "Showtime," and it's really good. Like, if you're a fan of Japanese voice actors yelling out English words, Jonathan is your boy. Alright, so we'll descend, or should I go up first? Yeah, well, okay, so Harmony of Despair, or Castlevania HD as it's called, because saying Harmony of Despair each time is really annoying. HD's weird, because HD is an MMO with a Castlevania. Oh, I haven't actually gotten new furniture. It's an MMO with like a Castlevania paint on top of it. Like, that's really what it is. Konami made an MMO, and they put Castlevania on it and went, here, buy our game. Buy our overpriced DLC that you can then again play for hours on end. But yeah, it was really, there was some well-made stuff in it. There was really good remixes in the entire game. Some characters were overly broken. I'm looking at you, Soma. Soma was stupid. Soma, because of the soul system, because obviously each character uses their own gimmick from their game. So Soma has souls, Charlotte has spells, Shinoa has glyphs, Alucard has weapons and his vampire magic, and Jonathan has his sub-weapons. Because everybody uses their own gimmick, did I knock this guy off? Oh, I think that's what it is. I did knock this guy off backwards. Okay, but I gotta not do damage to him. So let's try to make that last a little bit more by putting on the crush stone. But no, HD had, it was good. It was a good nostalgia game. To just go, man, Castlevania was good. I'm sorry, I thought my game froze there for a second. I was just like, what is happening? Should I turn off the spell book and actually just using the Divine Fist? That does not work. Damn it. I would actually, yeah, I would try save stating there, but I've had problems with this emulator and it freezing up on save states. Yeah, there we go. That was weird. But yeah, going back to other things. Lords of Shadow is an okay game that has probably one of the worst follow-ups in a Castlevania ever. Like, you just squeak at me? Weird. Dark Souls is kind of a 3D Castlevania, truth be told. But no, it was just the whole thing of like, obviously spoilers, but I think Lords of Shadow is like a 10-year-old game at this point, so that is my cutoff. So Lords of Shadows ends with you becoming Dracula. And that's really good. Because it's this whole thing of like, okay, it's a Castlevania game, when are they going to spring Dracula on me? And they don't, and it's just, you're Dracula. What? You're the Draculax. Which I really like. And like, the Shadows one was a competent character action game. It was, you know, your God of War. Before that became like overdone, really. At least for me, I when I picked up Lords of Shadow, I had not played many God of War-esque games. So for me, it was pretty alright. And yeah, it's just a really good ending thing. It has a really good DLC where you fight like an immortal boss. Also has a really bad part of that DLC where you have to hide from the boss in like a kind of a stealth section, which is not good in your character action games. But the boss fight afterwards, I thoroughly enjoy. That was a game I almost actually platinum. Or not platinum, because it was on the PS. Oh, okay, we got all the achievements in. The only thing I didn't do was play it on the hardest difficulty. Which, if I did stream it, I could always get that Chivo. Well, the thing about Lords of Shadow was it wasn't trying to be a Metroidvania. It was trying to be like your old Castlevanias. Here's a level, you progress, now you're in the next level. Also referenced some weird like lore in Castlevania because it was a reboot. And it referenced some weird things such as in one of the titular Lords of Shadows was named after the werewolf from Castlevania Darkness, the second N64 one. God, what is his name? It starts with C. Ah, whatever. Cornell. There we go. I believe which I used to think was a Castlevania reference, but the vampire lord in it is Carmella, which is actually just a reference to Bram Stoker's Dracula. Yep. All right, wall is down now. Bullet tip. That is so situational. Not even worth it. And then, you know, everybody loves Zolbeck. Zolbeck, who I'm pretty sure is voiced by Patrick Stewart, which is just so much fun. You gotta love Patrick Stewart doing video game voice acting in that era. Or does he still do much voice acting? Seems like he's more into his, Okay, right. Carmela was a different vampire story. Right, that's what it is. She is the first vampire-based story. Predates Dracula. But yeah, Lords of Shadow, I have a fondness for it. I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people make it out to be. It's not a bad game, it's just not what people wanted in a Castlevania game. And that makes the world of difference to people. Wow, I kind of went on a major tangent this entire video. I was like, do I call it a video? We're doing a stream, but this is going to be chopped up into a video. And yes, so this video. No bosses this video, but lots of mapping. It's actually generally what I've been doing for the thumbnails on the video is progress is a boss fight, and then if I am either lost or just exploring the map a bunch, it's just a screenshot of the map. So we'll get over to the save point up here, right outside a new zone, and split a video. Okay, do we explore this area to the left, or do we go to the, we go to the entrance hall? I think we go to the left. That's what I'm feeling like. Also, I can't go to the left. Alright, that easily decides where I'm going.